My name's Ashley. I've been with Spirit of Truth Ministries all of my life. I just want to start off by thanking the Lord for all of my struggles, everything that I've been through, and actually recognizing that if not for Him, I would not be where I'm at today. I'm truly amazed at the way that God loves me no matter what I've done. I've had a really pretty rugged life. It's not been no good, actually. I grew up with alcoholism in my family my whole life. Not only alcoholism, but angry alcoholism at that. So probably by the age of 10, I was drinking, not only drinking, but getting drunk. By the age of 13, I'm a mom of a little boy who's now 15. How I've done it has to be God. That truly, now when I look back, shows me that God is real in order to make that work. So after becoming a mom, you would think straightening up, quitting drinking, trying to decide what's better for life, at least for the baby, not, so much for me anymore. You would just think that I would have grasped a hold of just what got me along. But instead, I'm just lost and I hated life. I felt like I was pretty much just why me? When in all reality, it was me because of where I'm at today. So I kept on the path of destruction, I guess you would say. Knowing God's real this whole time, but just putting Him on the back burner, neglecting Him. In and out of church. Every time I'd be back to church, it was like I never left church. Nobody ever judged me or made me feel unwelcome ever. By the age of 17, I'm pregnant with child number 2, married by 18. Basically feeling cheated of all my years because of having a kid so young. And after having my second baby, little girl, I kind of just went wild. Heavy drinking, running away from my kids any chance I could get. No one mattered but me. It was all about me. No matter who I was hurting, it was a bad time. By the age of 21, I was introduced to crack. Crack was my very first drug. I never done drugs besides alcohol. Getting introduced to crack I thought crack was my demon, but no, it was still alcohol. I would use the alcohol to get a gateway, just an excuse to do the crack. So from 21 to 25, I'm on a road of I have no idea. My family, eventually, every one of them gave clear up on me. leaving my son to fight for me when people would talk about me. He fought for me no matter what. Just knowing that he knew God was real too. He knew that God heard his prayers. Okay, so not only is it the alcohol now, but now I've got the mind of feeling lost, feeling cheated. I always felt like the people giving up, my family giving up on me, I was being abandoned, when in all reality they were protecting themselves, because I would rob them. I would steal from anyone to get me, my happiness. I remember being completely without a place to live, living out of a basket, literally walking the streets, not talking to my kids. I remember seeing Mom drive by. She would just drive by to make sure I'm still alive, but she wouldn't stop. So I'd find myself in crack houses all across my hometown. I mean, I've probably done something on every street that was no good. And then I realized one day that I'd be talking about Jesus to people in crack houses, not caring how anyone felt about it, people telling me you're stupid, you're talking about God, you're getting high. I never ever lost sight of, I knew where my strengths and my hope came from. And he never stopped ever loving me. No family to talk to, kids, I was kind of embarrassed to talk to them. So God was it a lot. Eventually, get out of that world. Called home to tell everybody that I was ready for help. And for the first time, I actually heard my own dad tell me that he was proud of me. Just for admitting that I needed help. It's just amazing what God can do for someone like me. I was mean, cold, bitter, selfish, and you name it, and I was it. But for some reason, he kept a grasp on everyone's hearts that meant something to me when I was a sober me. He kept them just right where they would come right back to love me if I would just get right. Not knowing that some people think that God's just going to take it from you. Well, he doesn't just take it from you, but he will comfort you and get you through it if it's what you want. So I got over the crack addiction. That's been 3 or more years. And alcoholism, finally, I got over that. And that's just actually been this year. I just know that if it wasn't for Jesus, the peace that he can give the people that love you, is amazing, because without that peace, no one would have stuck through just to watch me come back. Pretty amazing. I always knew I could come back to Spirit of Truth, but when I come back this time, it was really something. It was just meant to be. And I finally felt delivered of my past. I have forgiven people that I thought would never be forgiven in my heart, but I did it. I have been forgiven for things that I've done that I never even thought I could even tell people I done to. You know, I done it to them, but I did, just because I know it's right. It's good to do that. And coming back to Spirit of Truth, just, they love me. They know things that I've been through. It doesn't matter. I'm family. Anyone's family. All I know is that God deserves all the glory for what I've been through. There's not one thing that I can say that I've done, you know, to get me through it, because I couldn't do it. It had to take Jesus to do it. And so I just want to thank God and my church family for just loving me and forgiving me for everything.